And welcome back to a Faster PC Live Technical Support. I'm your host, Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Live Technical Support. Today we've got a great show lined up for you. This is a little bit of a different show because the WPSL studio is actually moving Saturday. So we're recording this. This is still a live show. So if you're listening on the radio, it was recorded live. And by the way, if you're listening on the radio, you won't be able to call in to 772-340-59. Shouldn't have given that number. That would just encourage you to call in, but next week you can call in. But this week, you could call, but I don't think anyone's going to answer this week because they're moving the studio. But we're here, we're live, and if you're actually watching this show live right now on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, you'll be able to actually see the show, and you can type in your questions into the comment section. We'll go over those live. We will have to, by the way, we do have a video script running. Actually, the audio, the underlying audio, all the spots, they're all running the same time that they normally would. So all that's going to happen, we're going to end on time so that I can get this audio to the studio. They're going to play it on Saturday. But if there's any questions, if we need to roll it out to an extra segment, we can do that. We would just do that after the show would officially be over on the radio. And those of you that are listening on the radio, if we have that, you'll know later on. I'll mention it later on if we're doing that, but you can actually head over to our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. By the way, if you don't know how to get there, go to our website at fasterpc.com. In the very top portion of the page, in very top center, there's a red button that says Live Technical Support. On the left-hand side, there's various ways that you can listen to or watch. On the left-hand side, there's various ways you can schedule live technical support with a Faster PC technician. Whether it's in the shop, you bringing your computer to us coming to you, to your business, to your home, to your medical office or your dental practice, to your accountant's office, to your attorney office, whatever the case. Nonprofits, we go to church, we service churches, we service home offices, and even residential clients. We also provide remote support, and we actually solve a lot of problems and can solve a lot of problems remotely. This past week, we updated people from Windows 10 to Windows 11 remotely without them having to bring in their computer. Now, if there's a problem, you might have to come in. Now, we also help people resolve printer problems remotely and even walk people through actually connecting their printer to their wireless network remotely. So we can do a lot of things remotely, and we have the links to schedule that. But on the right-hand side of the page, there's various ways that you can listen to or watch a Faster PC Live Technical Support. So you can get over there, you can watch that and see it. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually talk about how you can actually stream the college baseball championship tournament and also the World Series without cable TV. So this is something that, we cover every single time. And by the way, today we're also going to be going over the latest, biggest cybersecurity threats. We'll be going over how you can actually speed up your computer. If you have a computer that's running too slowly, we'll actually go over how you can speed that up, and we'll show you that. So a lot of great things. And again, if you're listening live on if you're watching live at YouTube or Facebook, you can type your questions into the comment section, and we will cover those either before the show's over or we'll extend the show beyond the radio time, and we'll get out there and cover that and answer those questions for you. So here's what we're going to be doing. Again, showing you how you can actually watch the college baseball championship. Before I show you how to watch, we're going to be going over this. So here's what you need to really realize. You're about to overpay for the college baseball tournament. Most people think they need a cable TV subscription for the regionals, the super regionals, and the College World Series. You don't. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you every single way to watch, including one option that costs absolutely nothing, zero, and it's 100% legal. Stick around because that free option is not where you think it is, and it could save you over $100 a month. Before I show you how to watch, let me tell you before I show you how to watch, let me tell you what you're watching, what we're watching, because the timeline matters. The NCAA 2026 Division I baseball tournament starts actually with the selection show on Monday, May 25th at noon Eastern on ESPN2. 64 teams, 3 stages, 1 championship. Here's the schedule. You've got the regionals May 29th through June 1st. 16 host sites, 4 teams each. Double elimination. You lose twice and you're done. There's the super regionals June 5th through June 8th. 16 regional winners pair off. The best of 3, and you win 2, you're going to Omaha. So then you have the Men's College World Series, June 12th through the 22nd at Charles Schwab Field in Omaha, Nebraska. 8 teams, double elimination bracket, and then a best of 3 championship series. And here's something that should get your attention. One of those championship games airs on ABC completely free over the air. I'll show you exactly which one in a few minutes. So ESPN, here's what you need to realize. ESPN owns the actual NCAA baseball postseason. Every single game from the selection show to the final out runs through the ESPN family. Here's what you'll need. ESPN, that's the primary home for College World Series and the big tournament games. ESPN2, the selection show and conference tournament and additional games. ESPNU, regional and super regional overflow coverage. ABC, at least one championship series game airs here, and this is the one that you'll get absolutely free. You also have ESPN Plus, thousands of regular season games and some conference tournaments stream here. So then there's also the SEC tournament and the ACC network for conference coverage, plus their overflow stream, SEC Network Plus and ACC Network Extra. But here's the bottom line. If you have ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, and ABC, you can watch the entire NCAA baseball tournament from the selection show to the national championship. That's it. Those 4 channels. Now, I promised I'd show you the free option, and I will, but first, you need to understand the services because the free option only covers 1 game. If you want the rest, you need to know what to buy and what to skip, and the difference between the right choice and the wrong one, over $100 a month. So let me break it down. So the free option is the antenna. You get a digital antenna. You do have to buy one if you don't already have one, but you can get these at Walmart, Best Buy, Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon. And sometimes if you live close enough to the tower, you might be able to use an indoor antenna. So you can actually watch. There's at least one championship game that's going to air Sunday, June 21st at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. No subscription, no login. And by the way, you'll get other channels as well and a lot of sports that you'll be able to watch completely free once you buy the antenna. You can also get ESPN Plus standalone. This runs about $11 a month. And with this, you can bundle with it Disney Plus and Hulu. They also have ESPN Unlimited. So you can get a lot of good content here. In fact, you can get the entire ESPN family and watch all the channels there. You can watch this on Roku, Fire TV, Fire Stick, Google TV, Apple TV, on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. So you've got a free option that covers 1 game, a standalone service that doesn't cover the main event, and you also have Again, ESPN Unlimited. And you can also subscribe to or even do a trial for YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, Fubo TV, Sling TV, and DirecTV Stream. So these all have options where you can get in and you can watch these in their entirety. You can watch the show. So here's something that makes most people miss, and this could save you some serious money. Multiple of these services offer free trials, and so what you want to do is actually sign up for one of those free trials. And you know what? If you don't like the service or you're not fully convinced, you can try one of the others. You can even daisy chain your trials so that you can actually get there and you can watch the entire show there. And so this is what we really want you to be able to do, is to be able to watch these shows. And again, you can watch this on your computer, on your phone, your tablet, on your television. You'll be able to watch this, and we've covered the channels, the services, and the devices. Now, here's what you need to know. They're coming up. You'll be able to watch these. You'll be able to watch the show and watch the games, and this is what we really want you to be able to do, is to be able to watch all of this without paying for cable TV, because you can save a ton. Now, if you're out there and you're saying, this sounds a little bit confusing, I don't really know how to do it, I don't know if I can handle it, we can help you here at A Faster PC. Give us a call, 772-878-5978. Visit our website, afasterpc.com, where we can help you resolve your computer technical streaming questions and problems, and also protect your computers from cybersecurity threats as well. Hey, you're listening to A Faster PC Radio, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour, right here on this station. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back to answer your questions. So give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. And you can also head over to our Facebook page. If you've missed any part of this, you can watch it again. You can also type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video that's going on right now. And of course, after the show's over, you'll be able to watch that in its entirety. So head over there right now and give us a call, 772-340-1590. That's the number to get your computer questions answered. We can't answer your question if you don't ask it, so give us a call, 772-340-1590. Computer problems? You need a faster PC. Microsoft's end of support for Windows 10 is here, and if you continue to use Windows 10, your computer will be increasingly susceptible to security vulnerabilities. A faster PC can upgrade most computers to Windows 11, even if Microsoft has told you that your computer doesn't support Windows 11. And we can even do so remotely without you needing to leave your work or home. Don't be a sitting duck for hackers. Let a faster PC upgrade your computer today. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
When you need to protect your computer from hackers,
you need a faster PC.
A faster PC is located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, next to Dollar General.
And on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
That's www.afasterpc.com. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
www.afasterpc.com, 772-878-5978. Hackers are constantly looking for ways to break into your computer and network to access your data and hold it hostage. Think this can't happen to you? Think again. Hackers regularly target small businesses. A Faster PC has produced a cybersecurity crisis report that goes over urgent and critical protections every small business must have in place now to protect their bank accounts, client data, confidential information, and reputation from the tsunami of cybercrime. To access this report, give us a call at 772-878-5978 or download the report today at
www.afasterpc.com. fasterpc.com.
That's www.afasterpc.com. Cybersecurity problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC is located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, next to Dollar General.
To access this report, give us a call at 772-878-5978 or download the report today at afasterpc.com.
You need a faster PC.
At 772-878-5978. Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer technical streaming and cybersecurity questions. Again, if you're watching the live videos that were recorded Wednesday night, you can actually type your question into the comment section of the videos. We'll cover those. If you are listening to this on the radio Saturday morning, WPSL studio is moving right now, so no one's there to answer your question or your call. We can't answer your question because we can't connect to them because they're literally moving their studio. And I believe Monday morning they'll be up and live in the new studio that will be in Stuart. They're moving from Metzger Road in Fort Pierce down to Stuart, where their WSTU studio has been as well. So we are there and we're here ready to answer your computer questions. By the way, if you're listening and you don't know exactly how to watch our show, go to our website of fasterpc.com, and you want to click on the red button at the very top that says Live Technical Support. On the right-hand side, there's various ways you can listen to a Faster PC Live Technical Support. On the left-hand side, there's various ways you can schedule time with a Faster PC technician. Now, one of the things I do want to just go over and ask you about is, what do you think, if you have a computer? I know some of you guys have computers where you turn them on and then you go make a cup of coffee because your computer is so slow that there's nothing you're going to be able to do. It just takes so long to actually do it. Well, we have a client that really, they had a computer working at home, and in fact it was for a business, and so what happened was the owner of the business called me and said, hey, listen, I need you to get this person connected from her home computer so that she can access her work computer remotely. She's not able to come into the office right now, and I need you to get, and we do this all the time. But, I get into the computer and I say, well, this computer doesn't have Windows 11. This isn't safe. I mean, we've been telling people, we've been warning people for quite a while, you need to get Windows 11 on your computer. And so she didn't get Windows 11 on her computer, and she didn't have Windows 11. We put Windows 11, but the computer was so slow. It has a slow processor, only 4 gigabytes of RAM, and really the drive was just a very slow platter hard drive. And so, I said, this is not going to be fast enough for you. I mean, just think about it. If you are, and I know some people are retired and they tell us, you know what, I have more time than money. Of course, I'm not sure if that's really 100% true, because the closer you get to the end, maybe you don't have a lot of money, but you don't have a lot of time either. And, do you really want to spend your time waiting on your computer? Well, some people are willing to put up with that. But in a business environment, what's happening is the employer is actually paying for an employee to sit there at the computer waiting on the computer. And I can guarantee you that the payroll that is lost in that, the loss in productivity, is way more expensive than the actual cost of upgrading the computer. So I did talk to the owner of the business, and I said, hey, can we make this computer faster? And I went over some options and some things we can do and some pricing, and she said, sure, we can do that. That would be great. And so the end user brought the computer into our office today, and I took a video. I took 2 videos, actually. The first video is booting up the computer from the old original hard drive. Now I'm going to switch over and actually show you this video. I'm going to show this to you I'm going to show this on the screen for those that are watching on the live stream, so you'll be able to actually see this. It takes almost 2 minutes, so almost 2 minutes to actually get to the point where this Windows screen actually comes up. And I can tell you that, by the way, when I clicked after this, after shutting the video off, I clicked to get the login screen to come up. And what happened? It took another 15 seconds or so before the login screen came up. And previously, when I did log in, it took 3 to 5 minutes. I didn't time it exactly, but it was at least 3 minutes, maybe as much as 5 minutes, that it actually took for that computer to get everything loaded and ready to go. And even after everything was loaded and ready to go, it still really wasn't loaded and ready to go. It still was waiting on this slow drive. So why are these drives slow? Let me actually pull up one of these drives for you. I'll actually show you one of these drives on the screen. So in fact, we're actually, the video is still playing. Well, I think I restarted the video when I went off of it, but it did take almost 2 minutes. So I probably should have done something a little bit different there. But you get the picture. It took about 2 minutes to get all the way up there. Now, this is a platter hard drive. This is a desktop drive, 3.5 inches wide. That's called a 3.5 inch drive. There's metal platters in here that spin around at 5,400 RPM, 7,200 RPMs, really fast drives, which aren't really fast compared to SSD drives, but really fast platter hard drives might spin at 10,000 or 15,000 RPMs. But these drives, when they're working fine, are actually not fast. But they're not terribly slow. But what happens when they stop working great is sometimes you get hard drive failures. Sometimes the drive just actually, you actually get an issue where the drive, you get blue screen errors, or the computer just locks up, or it won't work at all. You can't access any of your data anymore. That's why it's important to back up. But sometimes everything works, but very slowly. And I know, as people get older, sometimes people do that too. They still work, but it gets a lot slower. Well, when your computer's waiting on your drive, that's a bad thing. You don't want your computer to be waiting on your drive. So what we did is I did an image over to a SSD drive. And going over to the SSD drive, really that initial boot time from 2 minutes, really it came down to about 30 seconds. And here's the boot time on that. You'll actually see the video here. And the boot was quite a bit faster. And this is just changing. It still had a slow hard drive. still had only 4 gigabytes of RAM, still had a slow processor, still had only 4 gigabytes of RAM, but it had a much faster drive. The drive was significantly faster, and what that did is it caused this computer, which really still isn't very fast, but it's way faster than what it was before, 30 seconds up and ready to actually utilize the computer. So if you're out there and you've been suffering with one of these drives, one of these computers that's so slow, we even had one customer that called up and he said, I need to order, and can you get me a new processor for my computer? I said, well, do you need it? What do you want? And what kind of computer do you have? And why do you want a new processor? Well, my computer's slow. So we actually did, talk to him into letting us actually diagnose and look at his computer and see why it's slow. Well, we looked at it and we found out, lo and behold, it's slow not because of the processor. In fact, the CPU utilization was very low on the processor. But what we found is that the computer was slow because of the drive. And so we actually talked to him about replacing the drive with an SSD drive, and he was just thrilled when he saw the performance, and we saved him money because he would have spent maybe $300 on a processor that wouldn't have solved this problem. His computer still would have been slow. And boy, he would have been upset. Maybe, he might have been upset with us, but he was the one that asked for the processor. But we have knowledge, and we said, let's make sure that you need a processor. And so he was willing to do that, and thankfully he was, because we really sped up the computer. Now I'm going to switch over to a full screen to actually show you on the screen how you would actually do this. What you want to do is bring up the Task Manager, and you can do that by holding Control Delete and clicking on Task Manager when that comes up, or Control Shift Escape. I just hold down the Control and the Shift on the left side, and then press the Escape key. That'll bring up the Task Manager, where you can actually see a list of what is actually happening on the computer. So I see the CPU percentage here. I also see the memory percentage being used, and I see the drive percentage. Now, my computer is a very fast computer, and it has a lot of RAM. But, I'm a power user, and I've got Edge running. I've got Firefox running. I have so many tabs. I have more tabs probably than everyone that's going to watch this show. In fact, I have more tabs than most companies have open at any time. Most of their users. So because I'm doing a lot of things, but I'm also right now I'm streaming this show using OBS Studio and Firefox to stream this show to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel simultaneously. That's using up a good percentage of my CPU and my RAM. I still have plenty available, and you see my disk utilization is only 1 to 3%. I've seen it most often at 2, but this video is actually being recorded to the drive. Now, if I click over here on performance, if you're running Windows 10, by the way, if you're running Windows 10, you need to update to Windows 11. What are you waiting on? Your computer is not safe running Windows 10. We can help you get up to Windows 11. But what we're looking at here, when you click on performance, if you do have Windows 10 performance, the tab will be the second from the left, because the tabs go across from left to right on Windows 10. On Windows 11, they go from top to bottom. And so we can actually go in and look at the CPU, we can look at the memory, and we can look at the drive. The reason I say that is here on processes, sometimes with Windows, if you have a platter drive, sometimes it'll actually show a very low utilization or utilization rate. And when we're talking about utilization rate, we're really not talking about how much of the drive is filled up. What we're talking about is how much throughput is being used. So your drive has a certain amount of throughput. And really, there's a technical specification of how much it should be, but there's also what it really is. And quite often what it really is, especially if you have a platter hard drive that's older and not working well and is slowing way down, what you're going to have is you're going to have that drive is just not performing well enough. And so, but sometimes in Windows, you'll actually see a very low utilization. But when you go over to performance, you see this all the way filled up. If this were all the way filled up, and if I had a platter hard drive doing what I'm doing right now, even with a fast platter hard drive, this would be all the way filled up. It would be completely filled up. And so, but I don't have a platter hard drive. I have an SSD drive. I'm actually running my operating system on it. I'm running, all of my applications are running on it. I mean, if you look at my all the different applications I have a lot of applications. Normally when I run through this show, it's actually in the morning and I've rebooted my computer and I don't have a ton of applications, but I have a lot of applications open right now. And I'm recording this to my drive. By the time we're done with this video, it's going to be at least one gigabyte, the video size that's generated from this show. And we're also utilizing that for the stream as well. So all of that is happening, and you see my drive I'm using up very small percentage of the utilization. So if you're out there and you're saying, my computer is too slow and I want to know why it's too slow, well, you need a faster PC. Give us a call, 772-878-5978. Visit our website, fasterpc.com, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me. We can sit down and do a diagnostics on your computer. We can even do this remotely. You don't have to bring your computer in. We don't have to come to you. We can do this remotely, and we can help determine what is happening with your system, why it's so slow, why it's not running properly, and we can make sure that it runs more quickly so that you don't have these types of problems. So, give us a call, 772-340. Well, give us a call in our shop, 772-878-5978. 772-878-5978. You're listening to a Faster PC radio, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station, and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back to answer your questions. If you have questions, hey, now's a good time to get in line to ask your questions. 772-340-1590 is the number to call to have your computer questions answered. Or you can head over to our Facebook page and you can type your question into the comment section of the live video. And again, you can either go to facebook.com, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes, or go to our website at fasterpc.com, and we have a link there that says listen to a Faster PC. That'll take you directly to our Facebook page. And hey, we're here to answer your questions, so ask them. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. Not feeling the love from your current IT company? Keeping your business running shouldn't depend on you chasing an IT guy who's ghosting you. You deserve better. Get a free network risk assessment on us. If you're dealing with slow systems, constant hiccups, get a free network risk assessment today. We'll take a loving, long look at your environment and identify security vulnerabilities, backup failures, outdated configurations, performance bottlenecks, compliance risks, and cloud or remote work gaps. Schedule your call today by giving us a call at 772-878-5978. Again, that's 772-878-5978. Or visit us on the web at www.fastpc.com/radio offer. That's afasterpc.com/radio offer. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
The one thing we hate to hear after someone's hard drive dies is, I was just about to make a backup. Just about is not good enough. At a Faster PC, we can recover data from failing hard drives, but not all the time. And we can't recover your data if it's stolen or destroyed by fire, unless you have a backup. We can't recover your data if it's encrypted with ransomware unless you have a backup. A faster PC can protect your data from loss by hard drive failure, fire, theft, sabotage, and ransomware. Don't wait until it's too late.
You need a faster PC.
When your data is important,
You need a faster PC.
A faster PC is located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, next to Dollar General.
and on the web at
www.fastpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. When you can't lose your data,
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
give us a call today at 772-878-5978. Hey, we're back ready to answer your questions, your computer questions. I mean, we could answer other questions, but, we're here to answer computer questions. And the number to get your questions answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. So we want to just encourage you, pick up the phone and dial that number, 772-340-1590. That's the number to get your computer questions answered. Also, in the shop, we have, you can also go to our Facebook page. You can either go to facebook.com, search for A Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. That's how you'll know you're at the right page. Or you can go to our website at fasterpc.com. We have a link that says Listen to A Faster PC Radio. That takes you directly to our Facebook page where you can hear the show and see the show. And if you've missed any part of this show, you can head over there. After the show's over, you can watch the show. You can watch last week's show, the week before that, so on and so forth. And sometimes we'll be able to show you the steps that we go through to resolve your computer questions. But you know what? This is the last segment of today's show. So if you want to have your computer questions answered and you haven't done that yet, well, either type your questions into the comment section, or the number to dial to get your questions answered again is 772-340-1590. And we want to remind you that technicians are standing by ready to resolve computer problems. We're located at 7190 South US 1, Port St. Lucie on the east side of US 1, one light north of Prima Vista. That's 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. And of course, we're here ready to answer your computer questions. So pick up the phone, 772-340-1590. Computer problems? You need a faster PC. Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer technical, streaming, and cybersecurity questions. Again, if you're listening on the radio Saturday, the WPSL studio is moving today, so we actually live streamed this show. So it's live streamed. It's not a past show. I don't do that. I mean, if I had to, I would do it. But really, for the last several years, anytime we have not been able to be live on Saturday, we actually streamed the show live before Saturday and actually took that recording and sent it over to the studio. But having said that, you won't be able to call 772-340-1590 today because no one's there. But for those that are watching the live stream, if you do have a question, you can type that into the comment section. We'll go over it. Even if we have to roll out the show into the next segment, we'll go over that. It'll be after the show's off the radio. If you're listening on the radio and you want to know how to watch the show, well, go to our website, afasterpc.com. From our website, you'll be able to click on the red button at the very top that says Live Technical Support. And from that red button, on the left-hand side, there's various ways you can schedule a faster PC technician. On the right-hand side, there's various ways we can actually come out to you. We can help you out. And on the right-hand side, there's various ways you can listen to a faster PC. Live Technical Support. Every Saturday, we do a cybersecurity threat rundown, the biggest cybersecurity threats of the week, and that's what's coming up right now. Before you click away, I need 30 seconds of your time. Right now, hackers are living inside computer networks across America, and some of them have been hiding there for 9 months without anyone knowing it. These aren't random small businesses. I'm talking about the United States military. If they can get in the Army National Guard and stay hidden for that long, what do you think they could do to your business? or to your home. Today I'm breaking down the 9 biggest cybersecurity threats that are happening right now in plain English. No tech degree, no IT degree required. And I promise you, by the time I get to story number 3, you're going to rethink every link you've ever clicked. I'm Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Live Technical Support. And let's dive into this week's Cybersecurity Threat Rundown. You want to stick around until the end because I'll show you the fake AI tool that's stealing people's passwords, bank credentials, and crypto wallets. That's right, crypto wallets. And it's being advertised right now on Facebook and LinkedIn. Plus, I'll tell you the one free thing you can do right now to check if you're already at risk. So let's start with the story that sent shockwaves through Washington and really should send shockwaves through you as well. A Chinese state-sponsored hacking group called Salt Typhoon. We talk about them quite often. They broke into the U.S. Army National Guard network and stayed there completely hidden from March through December 2024. 9 months. Nobody detected them. By the way, they might need a faster PC to protect their network. During that time, they stole administrator credentials. They mapped out internal networks. They got their hands on sensitive personal information on service members. And here's the part that should really concern you. They were able to see data traffic between state networks and every other U.S. state, plus at least 4 U.S. territories. They essentially had a blueprint of how military networks across the 50 states talk to each other. Security experts say the goal wasn't just spying, it was to pre-position, to get inside and be ready to disrupt critical systems if a conflict ever escalated. Now, you may be thinking, that's the military, that doesn't really affect me. Well, here's how it does. The same tactic Salt Typhoon used, exploiting vulnerabilities in network hardware like routers, are used every single day against small businesses, medical offices, law firms, accountants' offices, even home networks right here in Florida. If the U.S. military can be compromised for 9 months without knowing it, there's a very real chance, a very real threat. That threat could be lurking in your network right now, and you wouldn't even know it unless you have Security Operations Center looking after your systems. Coming up next, the web browser you're using right now may have a security hole in it that lets hackers walk right through. I'll tell you which one and what you should do about it. Let me ask you something. When did you last update your Chrome browser? If it's been more than 3 days, you need to hear this. So far this year, Google has already had to issue emergency patches for 4 separate vulnerabilities in Chrome. Count them, 4. These are what security experts call zero-day attacks, meaning hackers were actively exploiting these holes before Google even knew they existed. 0 days are warnings. 0 days of warnings, hence the name. The most recent one allowed attackers to run malicious code on your computers just by getting you to visit a web page. That's it. No downloading, no clicking anything suspicious. You just visited the wrong web page and they're in. Google fixed each one quickly, but only after real attacks were already happening. The Federal Cybersecurity Agency, CISA, added several of these to their official must patch immediately list for government agencies. Here's what you need to do right now, and I mean right now. You need to actually, it takes less than 2 minutes, open up Chrome, click the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, go to Help, then About Chrome. If it says an update is available, install it and relaunch. Do this today. Don't wait. Okay, this next one is a story I promised you at the beginning. And if you or anyone on your team uses AI tools, you need to pay close attention. Cyber criminals are creating fake AI video generating websites, polished, professional looking sites, and advertising them with sponsored posts on Facebook and YouTube. Millions of people have seen these ads. Here's how the scam works. You click the ad, land on a convincing website, and it says it'll use AI to transform your photo or video into something amazing. You upload your file, and then you're prompted to download your AI generation results. But what you're actually downloading is a zip file, and inside that zip file is malware, a newly discovered password stealer called Noodleophile, along with something called a remote access Trojan, which is exactly what it sounds like. It gives hackers remote access to your computer. The moment you open it, the malware starts silently harvesting your saved passwords, your session cookies, your cryptocurrency wallet files, and your sensitive documents. Then sends everything to the hackers in real time through a telnet bot. Security researchers have confirmed this campaign. One fake page had nearly 4,000 followers and a blue verified checkmark. Ads from this campaign reached an estimated 2.3 million users, and that's just in Europe. Similar campaigns are active in the U.S. right now. Business owners, marketing teams, anyone who loves experimenting with AI tools, this is aimed directly at you. Only use AI tools from official, well-known sources. If an ad on social media is prompting or promoting an AI tool you've never heard of, be skeptical before you download anything. Now, there are fake browser updates hiding on legitimate websites. This one has been around for a while, but security teams are seeing a major surge, and I'm getting more convinced every month. Hackers are injecting malicious code into legitimate, trustworthy websites, news sites, blog sites, small business websites. When you visit one of these compromised sites, a pop-up appears telling you that your browser needs an urgent update. It looks real. The logo is right. The button looks official. You click Update Chrome, and instead of updating your browser, you install malware. And here's what makes this especially sneaky. The attackers are now creating fake update screens that actually match your real browser. If you're on Chrome, it looks like a Chrome update. If you're on Firefox, it looks like a Firefox update. Same with Edge. The rule is simple. Never install a browser update from a pop-up on a website. Only update your browser through the built-in settings, just like I showed you a minute ago in Chrome. Chrome does it. Firefox does it. Edge do it. They all do it very similarly. If a website tells you to update your browser, close it and update your browser yourself. Now, here's a story that proves the threat isn't always a hacker in another country. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase disclosed that 69,461 customers had their personal data stolen, and the people who stole it weren't outside hackers. They were bribed company insiders, overseas customer support contractors who were paid to copy and hand over customer data. By the way, they probably made more money doing that than they did working for Coinbase. The breach happened in late December 2024, but wasn't discovered until May 2025, a 5-month gap. The stolen data included names, addresses, phone numbers, partial Social Security numbers, government ID images, and bank account details. By the way, just about everything you would need for identity theft. Then, to make things worse, the attackers demanded a $20 million ransom from Coinbase. Coinbase refused to pay and instead offered a $20 million reward for information leading to the attacker's arrest. The estimated total cost between $180 million and $400 million. Here's what this means for you. Insider threats are real. If a multi-billion-dollar company can have employees turn against them, it can happen to businesses just like yours. Any business that handles customer data needs an extra layer of protection, not just a firewall. If you're out there and you're saying, hey, you know what? I don't know how to even solve this, how to protect myself against this. You need a faster PC. Give us a call, 772-878-5978, or visit us on the web at fasterpc.com. While there, you can actually schedule a free discovery call with me and download our free cybersecurity report so that you can be protected. We want you to be protected. So give us a call, 772-878-5978. Visit us on the web at fasterpc.com. We're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show, want to listen to or watch it again, or want to share it with your friends, head over to our website, fasterpc.com, and look at the top of the page. Right in the middle, there's a red button that says Live Technical Support. Click on that button. On the left-hand side, you'll see various ways that you can actually request live technical support from a Faster PC's technicians. On the right-hand side, you'll see how you can listen to and watch a Faster PC live technical support, including on the radio, on the TuneIn app, on your Alexa or Google speakers, and on our podcast, as well as links to both our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, where you'll not only be able to hear the show, but also see the show. We also have links to our YouTube channel's video page, where you can watch individual segments, and then also our shorts page, where you can watch little snippets of a Faster PC live technical support. We will be closed Monday for Memorial Day. I want to encourage you to take time to remember those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice so that you and I and our children can enjoy freedom. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning here on WPSL at 10 a.m. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church YouTube channel, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. If you have any computer questions for next week's show, you can type those into the comment section of our live videos over at YouTube and Facebook. Again, you can get the links to both of those by clicking on the live technical support button at our website, the top middle, and you can request live technical support on that page as well. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
For many people, Memorial Day is merely a day at the beach. We remind you, though, that your day at the beach was paid for in part by the day brave men stormed the beaches of Normandy, and many other brave men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we and others may live free. This Memorial Day, take time to remember those who have sacrificed to secure and defend our freedom, and thank God for His blessings on America.